Okay, you guys, so this is the Mac Daddy, okay? This is what you're going to see in your assignment. This is like, one of those, here, it's telling you what to solve for. When it says for something, that means it's telling you what it wants you to solve for. It wants you to solve this for X. So I'm just going to kind of darken this in so it doesn't like confuse anyone. This is our formula, okay? And we're solving for X, okay? So what do we notice about this, you guys, is that we have the variable X that we're solving for on both sides of the equal sign. Okay, so that needs to be remedied. Okay, you have to make sure that you're solving. So if we're solving for X, it needs to say X equals something in the end. Okay, so we need to get the X all by itself, but look at what we see. Okay, we have 2m minus 2x on this side and x plus n on this side. So it's like, we need to get the X to one side. Okay, well, that trumps everything. Okay, because what have we said about having the variable on both sides? We cannot have that. So I'm going to do what's going to give me the positive result. Eyes up here. So I'm going to move this 2x to the other side. So we're going to add 2x because that will give me a positive result. Bring down our 2m equals 3x plus n. Okay, so you guys, did we get the x, what it is that we're solving for? Did we get that to one side of the equal sign? Yes, we did. But we're solving for x, so have we solved for x yet? No, because here's the x. That means to get this all by itself, we need to move the n and the 3 to the other side. How do we do that? Just like we always have, by doing the opposite of what we were given. What's the opposite of a positive n? Negative n. Can you actually do 2m minus n? No, you can't actually do that, so it stays exactly that. 2m minus n equals 3x. There you go. Okay, have we solved for x? No. So what do we need to do? This is 3 times x. What's the opposite of times? Divide. So we want to divide by 3, okay? And bring down your x. And x equals this, all of this. You can't actually do 2m minus n divided by 3, so it stays exactly that. Okay, so the point of this example is when you have the variable that you're solving for on both sides of the equal sign, the priority is to immediately move it to one side, and then you can go through the process of solving for that variable and getting it all by itself. Okay, last example of this video. And you guys, we're going to have way more practice time with the assignment that I've put on Schoology, okay? So let's bring this up. Okay, and unfreeze it, and here you are. Okay, so we've already written this down, and again, we have to solve this example for x, okay? But hopefully what you can recognize with this example is that we have two x's. Do you guys see that? Have we ever had that before? No, we have not. So we need to what? We need to put the star. Put the star. Put the star. Put the star. Go to town. Go bananas. Go crazy. Yes! Okay? You guys. Now, in our former example, we had the x variable on both sides of the equal sign. Okay? Well, in this example, we have two x's, just like in the first example, we had two x's, right? But they were on both sides of the equal sign. In this example, we have two x's again, okay? But they're on the same side of the equal sign. So if we're solving for x, how do we get that x all by itself? Think about it, right? How do we do that? Well, I'm going to tell you. This is a little foreshadowing. It's a little way far in advance into the future because we're only in first quarter and this is not, we're not in the factoring unit, but what it's called is factoring out the x, the greatest common factor, what these two terms have in common. Everybody write GCF, and we'll have more We'll have more practice with this, third quarter, okay? When we get to third quarter. But what we have to do when this happens is when both terms have x in common, okay? Eyes up here. When both terms have the variable that we're solving for in common, what you have to do is pull out the GCF, what they both have in common, okay? So how do we do that? By creating, okay, we're factoring. So this is m times x. This is n times x. So we're doing the opposite of times. Okay, we're actually doing what's called, if you will, write this down, a reverse distributive property. That's the key, you guys. Reverse distributive property. Write that down. Do it now. Exclamation mark. Okay? Are you with me? So, we have to pull out, what do both of these terms have in common? X, right? So that's what we're going to pull out. There it is. Pull it out. Now, here comes the magic question of the day. Are we watching? Magic question of the day. X times what? Eyes up here, please. X times what gives me mx? M. Bring down your plus. Now, x, Zyrael, x times what gives me nx? N. Okay, do you all see what we just did? Okay, now can you see, look up here, can you guys see if we did the distributive property, we would be doing this, 1 and 2. Do you guys see that? And what would we get? What's x times m? Mx. What's x times n? Nx. Do you see that we did the reverse of the distributive property? Please, you guys, I hope you see this. Okay, I know this is like way far advanced. This is supposed to be like third quarter stuff, but it's okay. We're doing it in the now, okay? So that's why I call it the reverse distributive property. We're factoring out the x, what those two terms have in common, and you only do this when you see the variable that you're solving for more than once. I hope you heard what I just said. Well, this is x times m plus n. Have we solved for x, you guys? Have we got this x all by itself yet? Because we're solving for x. Have we got that x all by itself? No, circle it. You guys, this is x. What does parentheses mean? Times. This is x times m plus n. What is the opposite of times? Divide. So we're going to divide by what we want to move. What do we want to move to the other side to get that x all by itself? The m plus n. Guess what, you guys? That is what you are dividing by. And whatever we do to the left side of the equal sign, we also do to the right. And what happens here with this m plus n? Watch, you guys. Those cancel. It goes away. And did we get this x all by itself? Yes, we did. Bring it down. X equals this. P divided by m plus n. And circle it. Yes! That's a wrap. Okay.